Hello, 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 everybody. I forgot again. There we go. All right. Whew. How is everyone? Welcome to Come On in the Den. I am your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate, and this is Thoughtful Thursday. Yay! So, how is everyone today? While we're tinkering on in, I'm going to work on a little project that I've been working on, or that I started working on today. And Joan, don't fuss at me. I already told y'all I was going to be working on this. Oh boy. I count my stitches while everyone's coming in. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 57, 60, 63, 66, 69. We'll make that 70. Just for good measure. And we have 70. So, how is everyone doing today? I hope all are well. I have quite a lot to talk about in a little bit of time. So, we're going to get it all done and we're going to get out of here because I'm excited about what I got started. As if I don't have enough started, but I think even Joan would be proud of me with what I'm doing. So, yeah, that's where we are. So, we'll start with our welcome. Welcome in the den. I am your Mama Cougar, aka Kitty Lane. And of course, I am excited to be here. Hi, sis. How are you? Um, I still have to thank everybody. I still have to thank everybody. We are currently at 506 subscribers, and our viewing hours are 1,914.7. Please forgive the light in the back. It's rainy and kind of dreary outside, and it wasn't giving me the light that I needed so that you all could see me. So I had to turn that light on. I do not have a globe on it because this is the overhead light. Yeah, it's one of those style apartments. So there is no overhead light. All I have is my standing lamp and this lamp back here. And I wanted you all to see me because I wanted you all to see how happy I am. Okay, under thoughts and pickers. Um, my mood is pretty high today. How do I access your 7-inch squares? Go to my playlist and look under tutorials. Yep, go to my playlist and look under tutorials. If not, after this is over, if I don't remember, remind me and I'll send you the links to each one. Or if there are ones that you want to know about specifically, just let me know and I'll send those to you. We got this. I got you. I got you. Just let me know which ones you want. Okay. So, like I said, my mood today, even though it's dreary and rainy outside, my mood is pretty high, y'all. I would have to say that I'm probably at like a 9.5. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Um, Health, huh? I'm going to combine two things here. I had another in-home assessment yesterday, and you'll see why I'm always putting that number not really at a 10. When she got to the part that she was checking my reflexes and things, she checked my knees. She did my left knee first, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, you've got a lot of arthritis in that knee." I was like, "Wait till you get to the right one." So when she evaluated the right one, she looked at me. This woman actually got teary eyed, and she said, "How are you walking?" I said, "More like shuffling." She says, "No, seriously, how do you even stand up?" I said, "This is what I tell people when I'm telling them that I'm in pain. I can't walk very far. I can't stand for very long. If I stand up too long, the legs are going to start shaking. It's not going to be pretty." So she's pushing to help me get a rollator or a wheelchair for in home. Um, but with that, counting the pain, for, you have to know I have a high tolerance for pain. What I'm dealing with in my legs, most people couldn't deal with. Um, but the fact that I am able to deal with it and I can still get up and scuttle and do some of the things that I have to do, I don't put a lot of, I just don't, I don't put a lot of emphasis on it, I guess is the best thing to say. So, y'all know I'm looking at the screen to make sure about the comments. So if I look over that way, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. But so the health, I would still probably put that at a 9, maybe even a 9.5, because it's nothing any different. It's nothing any worse. The extra pain that I was having is not there. It's just back to the normal arthritis pain. So I guess my overall mood would be, my overall assessment would be at a 9.5. So I'm happy with that. Tasty treats. I have old coffee. It will be renewed today. It will be renewed today. But I also have my water. I did get a follow-up call from the doctor's office that said all of your blood work and your urine analysis came back fine except one thing. And we kind of overlooked it and needed to tell you about it. I'm like, okay, what is it? You need to drink more water. Your calcium's a little high. So we need you to drink more water. I'm like, you ain't said nothing but a word. I thought I was drinking too much. So I pulled back some. I got this. I got this. So that's the only kind of negative report we got. But that's a drop in the bucket. Okay, now we get to the exciting stuff. Thus far, I did not drop any links in the description box. I was late putting that in, even though I had my notes early. I did the notes last night. I just didn't put it in StreamYard. But okay, so I have been working on the carpenter's wheel. These are the only squares that are left to resize. If you remember, there were 16 of these. So I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm down to almost 5 of these. I did start on a little bit of this to finish the yellow off on this last one that I sized down last night. I have not done any more of the blue and yellow. I've not done any more of the solid reds or the red and blues. So even got a little bit of the red left. But I have been working on it. So I got that part down. Um, the next thing that I have been working on is, make sure I don't lose that or that or that. The last time you saw this was smaller. I got the white added to the citrushood. So see, your girl hadn't been working for nothing. She's been putting in some work. So I got that part worked on. Timothy X, I only added one row to that one because I realized I was a row short. The only thing I have left to add now, it's going to be duplicating this side, which is so far, this is 95 rows. So I have to do those 95 rows, and then I have 20 rows of the purple to do here. That'll be the middle. And then I'll be making the pockets and putting them on. So whereas I thought it would be finished this week, it's not. Unless it's finished Saturday. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We will definitely see. I have shown you those three. The 7-inch squares. Should I do that? Yeah, I'll do that next. So our squares for this month, I chose to go with 2 squares. And the 2 squares that I chose for my blanket for this month, I have been working on detailing. So you had diarrhea yarn too. I chose to go with the pinwheel. And I also chose to go with the gated garden. I have not done any of my gated gardens yet. I have been using, see if I can show you this without compromising the order of things, because you've already seen this. I've been using my red yarn. And I got more done than I thought I was going to get done. So that's where a lot of my time has gone. I think I have 15 squares, and this is what they look like. So this is the pinwheel, and the center square is all red. My accent squares are going to be my gated gardens. So you see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 15 of them. 15 over the past couple of days. So it's looking like they'll be done by February 28th. That's the goal. This is the one that's, out of the blankets that's due first. The other one's March 31st. The scarf, when I get it done. And I'm just trying to, go ahead and get it done. Even if you can't use it this season. I don't know. We still got March coming up. And March does tend to offer us some cold days. I don't count our snow days out until hi, twinning stitches. I'm doing good. Lori, thank you. I was telling everybody I am at 5:06 and my watch hours are at 19:14. I think when we talked yesterday, I was at 1890 something, or I had just crossed that 19 threshold. I am now at 1914.7. So it's getting there. You didn't see the stitcher hood. I can't pull it out right now. I can't because I've tucked it in there. The system that I'm using to work on things has really helped me a lot because I'm not spending all my time on one project. It's like um, I'm still using my uh, 15 and 5 method. I work on it for 15 minutes. I take a break for 5 minutes. 15 and 5, 15 and 5. And it keeps me from getting overwhelmed. It keeps me from getting bored. So, and as I will spend an hour on one project, and then the next hour, the next three sets of 20, I'll move on to something else. Awesome. Picking up more than 10. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited. So it's awesome. Picking up more than 10 watch hours a day is really good at the 500 size. I'm excited every time I go in and check it and I see that that number has climbed. And I'm going to tell you the truth, the past couple, today I have been watching my videos, but yesterday and day before yesterday, I went kind of slacking because I wanted to look at other things. I wanted to look at some of my cop shows and some of my paranormal shows. So that's what I was looking at those 2 days. But still, the number jumped significantly. And I'm really, really happy about that. I mean, you think about it. I think it was 19.1 when I talked to you, Lori. So that was like 13 more hours. 13 hours. So even if that was 1 hour per person, that's 13 people that invested an hour of their time. And I am so appreciative for that. I really am. Now let's look at this beautiful shawl, which is part of the Taco Tuesday challenge. I I ended up adding one more row to the bottom of this. I don't know where I'm missing my counts, but a lot of things that I'm looking at, I'm having to go back and count them again. It's like the stitch. I'm sorry. It's like the stitcher hood blanket was supposed to be 5 by 5s. And when I started to build the border up the sides, I realized that I had done 6 rows at the bottom. So I left it at 5 on the sides. And it's taken everything in me not to go back and frog it. It's going to go up even more as I found my squares, and we'll be doing more. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is being worked on. Like I said, the next color is going to be the mandala, the gnome. And then from there, I'm going to finish off with the green. And I think this is pea green. This is that big bundle ball from Red Heart that was at Family Tree, Dollar Tree. That was at Dollar Tree for $5. That's what this color is, pea green. But yeah, that's being worked up with a K hook. My stitcher hook blanket is being worked up with a J. The carpenter's wheel is being worked up with an I, a 5.5. The 7-inch square blanket is being worked up with a J as well. So I'm excited about those. There's one that I kind of know. Jonah's gonna fuss at me a little bit, and it's okay. Hi, Vivian. How are you? Welcome in. But I'm sure you all remember this baby right here. This, and I can say now this was my Cowboys blanket. It's still wide, but it's a lot shorter, guys. It was like 4 times this long. It was 4 times this long. I have big balls. So because I was so anxious, I know Joan reminds me of my mom when I frog stuff, especially stuff that I'm making for myself. But as I told you, it's not just frogging it. I'm turning it into something else, which is for me. I'm turning it into something I don't have, which is a house robe. And I started today. I got my foundation row done, and I'm going to be making it into two panels. So this is half as wide as it's going to be. And it's going to be a left panel and a right panel. It's going to go over the shoulder, and the way it's going to connect. Wait a minute, I might be able to show you if I remember which book I'm back to putting everything in all the books. Yeah, if I can remember which book I put it in, I can show you exactly how it turns out. It's not this one. Let's see if it's this one. And if it's not this one, I'm going to have to. Okay, I know where I got to go. I don't want to give anybody a concussion today. Y'all, I feel bad when I drop the camera. I know that we're all human, but I really, as long as you keep something for yourself, yes, ma'am. I know that I suffer from vertigo, and I know that that can, cause somebody. It can have a negative effect on people, and it makes me feel bad when I do that. Um, I don't mean to. I really don't mean to, and I do apologize. So, this is what my. Can you all see that? I have to wait till it comes up. Oh, there it is. That's what it's gonna look like. This is more of a picture of how it's gonna be laid out to come together. If you can see this side, yeah, that's it. So this is the back, and this is the front, and of course, these are the sleeves. So it's going to be made in two pieces, and this part is going to be sewn together. And then as you fold it over, these, like I said, these are going to be the sleeves, and it's going to connect from the sleeves all the way down to the bottom. And then I will put, I'm up here now, and then I'll go through and put edging around that part. So that's what we're working on with the Dallas Cowboy. And I'll be wrapped in all kinds of Dallas Cowboy love. People say, "Oh, you're a Dallas Cowboy friend." Yes, I am. All day, every day, twice on Sunday, and triple time in the off season. They laugh at me, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm a devoted fan. I don't know if I told you all the story of how I became a Dallas Cowboy fan. My mother was a Washington Redskin fan, and my mother taught me the game of football. So, being her spawn, being her child, I almost felt like I was forced to be a Redskin. And the more I looked at it, the more I got into the sport, the more I realized that these guys played dirty. It was always illegal procedure and offsides, and there was holding. There was always something going on with them. So that was at the age of, I'd say, 3 to 5. At the age of 5, I started getting into colors. The team with the prettiest colors back then was the Miami Dolphins. Y'all, that teal and that orange. Oh my goodness. It was so vibrant and so pretty. This was back when Don Meredith was the quarterback, and I just you had pretty boy wearing pretty colors. So of course I was smitten by them, but then I started learning the game. I really started learning the game. And I found that every time the Dallas Cowboys would play, I was so captivated by watching this team. And it was more watching the coach than watching the team. I love the way Mr. Landry handled his team. He didn't run up and down the sidelines. You never saw him yell. He didn't do a lot of smiling either. But his team, the officials, the sportscasters, news reporters, um, what do they call them? Paparazzi. Mr. Landry was respected. He told his team what to do and they did it. There was no bite back. Tom Landry was amazing. At the age of 7, I became a Dallas Cowboy fan. Then when I was 8, I found out that my aunt was a Dallas Cowboy fan also. And at this time, she lived in Texas. So when I was 10 years old, I went to Texas for the summer. My grandmother and I took the train to Texas. And no, we flew to Texas. We took the train to Florida. We flew to Texas, and they lived in Houston. I've always been a sightseeing type person. And my aunt, because I told you about how my mother used to do, so my aunt never wanted me to miss anything either. So one day we got in the car and we hit up a bunch of fruit stands, and she was like, "Don't get much, just get enough to eat on the way to where we're going." So that was my first experience with the pomegranate. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I know it's the tastiest fruit I've ever tasted, but it's hard work. it's hard work to get it. Oh, really? All them little bitty seeds, and you got the yeah. Okay. So we went to Austin. Austin had a horse ranch, and their most popular horse was named Tennessee. Aunt Doris wanted me to ride Tennessee. She knew that I knew how to ride horses, and she wanted me to ride Tennessee. Tennessee was good with kids too. So I'm here waiting to ride Tennessee. Um, because of my age, I was under 13. I was able to ride for free, but I had to wait for the person who was riding to get back. When this gentleman comes back and he gets off the horse, I realize as he comes by me that it's Mr. Tom Landry. When he got off the horse, he went over and retrieved his hat and put it on. And I said to my aunt, I pulled my aunt's hand, I said, "That's Mr. Tom Landry." And I turned around and I said, "Hello, Mr. Landry." I didn't, I guess because of my upbringing, I never have really been a starstruck type person. So he spoke to me, he got my name and everything. Pomegranate. Pomegranate. Okay, thank you. Pomegranate. So, like I said, we exchanged names and everything. He told me I could call him Tom. I couldn't call him Tom. I was 10 years old. I was raised in the South, y'all. He was Mr. Landry. And I told him in conversation that I was a Dallas Cowboy fan because he asked me how I knew him. And I said, "I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan." And he said, "Are you sure? Why are you a Dallas Cowboy fan?" And I told him why. I said, "Because I love the way you coach your team. I love the way these grown men have respect for you. And you never raise your voice, you never lose your cool." I said, "But you could smile more." Oh my goodness. And of course, he shook my hand and everything. And I did not get an autograph. But what I got from him was so much more. He said to me then, I love the fact that you're a Cowboy fan and promise me that you will always be a Cowboys fan, whether I'm coach or not. And I said, it's a deal, I promise. And if y'all know anything about me, I don't break my promises. Win, lose, draw, indifferent, in between, upside down. From the age of 7 until now, I have and always will be a Dallas Cowboys fan, 55 years strong. So that is how I became and why I am still a Dallas Cowboy fan. And then later on in life, my daughter, doing her internship, was in Dallas waiting for a flight, and she met Emmett Smith. And this was while she was still in high school, so we didn't have cell phones and stuff. And her camera had stopped working. So he bought a postcard, and she told him that I was a Dallas Cowboy fan. And he wrote me a note on that postcard. So I got a note from Emmett Smith. I was tickled about that. And when his now wife got married the first time, Patricia Southall is his wife. She first married Martin Lawrence, and they got married in Portsmouth, where I used to live. And during that time, I was a cab driver. Fortunately, I got to take some of the people to the wedding. So I got to see, not me, but I got to see Martin Lawrence kind of up close and in person and dropping people off at the church. Yeah, I've had some time. I wish Michael was in here because I thought of a question the other day. During the time that he was stationed at the Naval Hospital in Portsmouth, we had a celebrity in town, and the big hotel there was the Renaissance. Um, the Renaissance is a Marriott property, but this celebrity locked down the top 3 floors of the hotel. He bought out the top 3 floors of the hotel. Now, we've had celebrities there like Casey and JoJo. I got to give them a ride to the airport. They almost got put out on the interstate. And then I ended up getting a $50 tip. Mr. Glenn Jones, who is a singer, um, Madonna. Uh, there were so many. Oh my goodness. Um, I can't think. Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill is a Broadway performer. Stephanie Mills, Anita Baker, um, Ruth, Ruth Brown. They have a street in Portsmouth named after her. I met her when she was up in age. All of this is while driving cab. But this particular artist who blocked off the top 3 floors, I didn't get to meet him, but I got to see him and I got to wave at him. But I was able to take some of his band members to the airport. And that was Prince. The Purple Man himself. I think Prince is the reason I'm in love with purple because from a teenager to a grown woman, I always had a crush on Prince. Y'all, it broke my heart when he passed away. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Those during that time, it was hard. I mean, Carrie Fisher and her mom and George Michaels and Prince. I mean, it was like all of them were right there together, and it was like, no, stop. But yeah, so I decided to make this 30 inches long, which is approximately 7 inches, 70 stitches across. I am using my I don't know if it's 7.0 or 8.0. The 8.0 L. Forgive me, my throat is dry. But I'm using my 8.0 L hook. And that is the other thing I wanted to say to you all. Guys, please don't sleep on mainstay chenille. If you like working with chunky yarn, just chunky, not super chunky, not bulky, but just chunky yarn, don't sleep on mainstay chenille. I have been frogging this, and I want to show you all. Oops, backwards. I didn't try to put it in the ball winder because I know it's too big. You know how chenille falls apart? Exactly. There is absolutely no shedding at all. It's amazing. It is amazing. You can see that none of that string was compromised. I have not run into a single problem with this. And all of this, these two balls, I started frogging early this morning. And this is what I'm down to. And you see how easily it comes apart. At first, when I started doing it and I could hear it, I was like, oh Lord, I'm not going to be able to. And then I started looking at it. I wouldn't even look at it at first because it's kind of like I already know where this is going. I already know what it's going to look like. And then I stopped and I looked at it and I was like, wow, wowzer, wowzer, wow. It's good and hearty. It's strong. It's thick. It's thick. And the first chenille that I dealt with had this residue on it that made my hands feel really, really, really yucky. None of that. None of that at all. And I feel really good about even the prospect of using this as a house robe. I wish I could work faster than I already work because I am so anxious to see it work up into a robe. But I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient. I promise you. I'm going to be patient. I have these balls. I got one more full ball over there, but I got 5 balls in the closet where I had started the blanket before. And I think 2 of those balls in there had been worked up. And I decided to go with this one instead. I was trying to put a design in that one, but as you can see, the print is too busy. I was making windows on that one. I was going to use it as a blanket, like I said, and I know that the thickness of this it was just going to be too heavy for me as a blanket. This is my blanket, guys. This fleece blanket right here. And if I'm not using that fleece blanket, I'm using my bath towel. It's one of the big, huge bath towels. That's all for me. If I get cold, the Tunisian blanket that I made, I'll use it to cover up my torso down to my knees. But my legs and things have to be out. Hello, Ellie. How are you? Been listening and driving, doing errands on my lunch break. Wow. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Be safe. Please be safe. Bless your heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I'm just super excited about all of my projects. I'm excited about decisions that I've made to cut back on a few things, like the Blancho. I've made an executive decision to not follow through with the Blancho. Um, Not now. I do have the pattern. It was a free pattern. And if I want to do it in the future, I have it so that I can go through with it. And it might be in a future plan. It might be a gift for someone. I don't know. It might even be something that I would wear myself. But more exciting news. Like I said, we are at 506 subscribers. Being that it doesn't look like the room is going to be changed around anytime soon, which I'm not, and don't take that in a catty way. Life is lifing. Life is lifing right now. So we're going to set up in a way that's comfortable for me. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more pillows so that when I sit on my bed, I'll have something against my back. And hopefully that'll help alleviate some of the lower pain, some of the lower body pain, having something. I could sit further back on my bed, but then I can't reach the camera. And I want to be able to reach the camera, but I got to be comfortable. So I'm going to definitely invest in those or shift my pillows around so that they're on my back. I'm going to move those pictures from over there to back here, and I'm going to spread squares, the squares and the hanks. I'm going to spread around the pictures. So you'll still be able to see those in my background. I will have some crocheting in my background. And whenever we do get it changed around, all I have to move is the squares and the hanks, and we'll move them over to the sidewall. But yeah, I got some things that I'm working on. But like I said, there is exciting news. I know some of you saw the poll that I had where you could choose between a wrap, a, um, a lapgan, or a blanket. Well, I've decided to make all three. The yarn that I was going to use for the Blancho, that's going to be my wrap, or a wrap for one of you. I already have the colors for the blanket and the Afghan, or the throw. And being that we're at 506, that's 6 squares that I have to do, and 3 rows on the blanket. So I think I'm going to kind of wait until we get to 10 before I get started, but I'm definitely going to do a video and take you on that journey with me so that you all can see how and where we're progressing. And I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. Now I've got to build a page for each one so we can track that progress. I was going to make like the United Way bubble, but I decided to just do a page for each project so that we can see how it's coming along. I think what I'm going to do is like draw the wrap out, which means that I'm going to be using this a lot. And each square that I do, I'm going to color the square in, so we'll know that those squares are done, and we'll watch that fill up that way. And we'll do the same thing for the throw. The blanket is just going to be back and forth, straight up, and we'll just do lines for that one. So we'll see how it progresses. So yes, we have some work to do. I am excited about getting to work. Oh my goodness. I think that was it that I had to show you for today. Like I told you, I was not going to keep you long. I am happy to see each and every one of you. Please don't forget, like I always tell you, to love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. I'm going to end it a little differently today because I had a situation where someone else very close to me has learned to stick up for themselves in the medical field, and it makes a difference. Sometimes you have to make these doctors hear you. Understand that nobody knows you better than you know you. And if you're not getting them to listen, find someone who will. You are that important. And some. You are the whole cherry on top of that very special dessert. Live like that. You go to your appointments and everything. If your doctor's not listening to you, stop him dead in his track. Look, excuse me, hold up, wait a minute. I need to talk to you and I need you to listen to me. This is what's going on. I need to know how we're going to tackle this. If they're passive, say thank you very much for your time and your service. Find somebody else. Find somebody else. Yep. When I found my doctor and they moved her from one facility to another, they moved her from the facility right up the street all the way to Virginia Beach. When they come pick me up to take me to an appointment for her, they come pick me up an hour in advance. With no traffic, it takes 22 minutes to get from here to her. Where she was before was 4 minutes down the street. Now she's in Virginia Beach. I go to Virginia Beach to her. It's the same organization. It's all Gen Care, but they're not taking my doctor away from me like that. That's just not going to happen. I worked hard to groom her to be my doctor. They can't just take her from me. No. And sometimes that's how we have to fight. That's how we have to fight. And I don't mean, fight dirty or in a negative way or be mean. Just make your voice heard. You deserve that. You're special. Make your voice heard. You matter. And let them know that you matter. And, when they start realizing that, hey, I just lost a patient, and maybe they're so big that they don't need as many patients as they have. I tell you all the time, you deserve the best. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget that I love you, and I want you to love yourselves. I'll see you all soon. Saturday, as a matter of fact. I'll see you right here. Oh, Saturday. Saturday, I won't be on until 2. It won't be 1:30 Saturday. There's something else that I want to do at 1 o'clock. But I will be here at 2 o'clock Eastern. And I will see you then. Hadisha! Hello, love. I love you guys. Peace out. Take care.